What's going on, y'all, and welcome to another Authentic Speech YouTube video. In today's video, we're going to talk about 3 tips for your mental health, or things I wish I would have known sooner. It's definitely one of those things where if I would have knew them sooner, I'm not saying I'm in a bad headspace right now, but I felt like my path to where I'm at would have been a lot easier if I would have knew these things, if I would have understood how important they are and how much value they add to your life, really. So without further ado, there's 3 tips. I'm gonna go straight into it. Tip 1, you gotta have a better mindset. 80 to 90% of how you view your life is all in the perception of it, and your perception is built by the mindset that you have. They just work hand in hand. You gotta understand that, like, when you're getting up first thing in the morning, the first thing you see is just negativity. Most people turn on to the news. You know, the news is the first thing that people see in the morning. And as much as you say that it's just to be aware, you don't have the comfortable consciousness to be aware, but not let it affect your energy, not let it affect your mood. Obviously, you can't block it out completely, but you gotta have a balance here. When you get up in the morning, find something positive. You know what I'm saying? Read a book, go kiss a loved one, go pet your dog, whatever it is. When you get up in the morning, you need to make sure it's something positive that's going to add value to your life. This is going to help you build the right mindset to move forward. This is going to make it easier for you to overcome any challenges or any obstacles that may pop up in your life. Because you set the tone first thing in the morning, you made it easier for yourself to start your day on the right foot. You know what I'm saying? The first thing you did this morning was add something good to your life. You know, you had your favorite coffee, you had your tea, maybe you worked out, you went to the gym, whatever it is. Find something that you enjoy doing and make it a habit to do it first thing in the morning. You know, of course, be accountable here. You know, don't be late to work or anything like that, but watch your favorite movie, watch some anime, maybe meditate. Tip number 2, learn to set boundaries, okay? A lot of times, man, especially when we're with loved ones and people that we have good relationships with, good rapport, we often forget how to set boundaries. You gotta understand, you're no good to nobody if you're pouring from an empty cup, okay? If your cup is not even halfway full, but you're making time for everybody else, you're making time for obligations you don't feel like doing, you know what I'm saying? You're doing things that are not adding energy to you, they're draining it. This is why it's important to learn how to set boundaries. It's okay with saying no sometimes, you know, and start out with it being small. You know what, not right now, man, I got a lot going on. I just need some time to myself. I appreciate it though. Dude, even in most instances, you don't have to explain yourself. Be like, you know, right now I'm good. Thank you though, I appreciate you offering. Guys, there is a right way and a wrong way to do this. You know what I'm saying? True people that are in tune with themselves, that have respect for themselves and others, they know how to express themselves in this way. They know how to step up and speak their mind. And they do it in not only a tactful way, but a respectable way. It doesn't matter what your background is, where you're lacking skill at, none of that stuff doesn't matter. This is something that can be built. It takes time, it takes having accountability. You gotta be consistent with the good habits. You gotta be consistent with adding value to your life, like going to the gym. This ain't about living like a perfect lifestyle or anything. It's just knowing how to take accountability for where your life is and making sure you're taking the daily steps to improve it. My bad, I went a little tangent there, but overall, all I'm saying is, man, just know when to say no. Know what you're gonna tolerate. Know how to put your foot down. This is going to be so crucial for you to improve your mental health, because it's going to put you in a position to constantly reinforce it. Not only is it going to make you stronger mentally, it's going to make you tougher, it's going to build your confidence. Step number 3, understand that self-care is not selfish, okay? You're doing what's best for you. If you're not operating at your best, if you can't function at your fullest capacity, you know, if you can't balance your emotions and your stress, you're not going to be able to live life to the fullest extent. You're not going to be able to give the best version of yourself. You're not going to be as resilient. You're not going to have a lot of self-confidence, you know. You're going to be easily manipulated. But the point is, understand that when it comes to taking care of you, that is essential. That takes priority over everything, and it's not selfish. Selfish is telling people you don't want to hang out with them and not giving them a why. But self-care sounds more like, hey, you know what? I appreciate the invite, but right now, I just need some time to myself. Unfortunately, I would like to go, but I got a lot of things going on, just not right now. I apologize though. I do appreciate you. I don't care, as long as it's along those lines. People have no choice but to respect you. And if people don't respect you for expressing yourself in that way, that's not a reflection on you, that's a reflection on them. Selfishness is like saying and doing things without being mindful of how other people will feel. You know, and it's not so much about don't care what other people think. That's not the point. You got people that you have relationships with, or even just your average person that has feelings. And sometimes you push the wrong button or say the wrong thing, or something gets misinterpreted, it could backfire. I know it's kind of self-explanatory, maybe cliche, but you'd be amazed if people knew the importance of knowing how to communicate, bro. Do y'all not realize how much easier life would be? All right, man, so let's just do a recap real quick. You gotta have a good mindset. The easiest way to start building your mindset is by turning negatives into a positive. You know what? I made a mistake. I showed up late to work today, but it's all good. I got here safely. I know not to do it again next time. the positive reinforcement. This is where the repetition and the consistency comes in. Number 2, know when to set boundaries and not feel guilty for them. Look, all it is just being honest. You don't have to be rude about it. You don't have to be nasty. You could just be honest. Hey, not right now. Hey, I'm not in a great headspace. I appreciate the invite, but not right now. Or, hey, I feel offended that you said such and such. Of course, pick and choose your battles, but your mental health isn't going to get strengthened if you are so afraid to express how you're feeling. You know what I mean? I'm not saying go out here and be rude, but shoot, speak your mind. You need to be able to speak up for yourself. And then tip number 3, self-care is not selfish. Okay, understand the difference between self-care and being selfish. Selfish is simply saying and doing things without the consideration of others, whether it be friends or family. Or self-care is knowing how to express yourself and communicate effectively to let people know, hey, this is what I'm expecting, or this is how I feel. I appreciate the invite, but on second thought, it's better for me to stick to myself. Communication, it's huge. Hey man, if you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much. If anything in here resonated with you, please drop a comment in the box below. Feel like this video added value to your life or your day in any way, shape, or form, please hit the subscribe button so I can add more value to your life and bring you more helpful content, uplifting videos. Voice speaks, and I'll catch you on the next one, man. Peace.